Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah.
A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Honest J. Nowak. And now here, I'd simply like to get on into other subjects that I have ready to go. And let's keep in mind, I still got a nice queue going up and running on a small notepad that I had gotten recently. And on top of all that, the subjects I have, they don't stop coming. And simply put, I've got a lot to say before it's all over. So I might as well just dive on into another big subject here that I got on cue and ready on another paper list that I had started, scratches. And now, this is yet another time where I probably should present a few gripes that I have personally about such a term like this, because after all, scratches would generally apply to certain flesh wounds that take place, whether they are very light scratches or they're very heavy ones, like deep perforation related wounds or stabs. And if there's one other thing that I can pretty much recognize from the fact that the term scratch relates to, because it's another term that has multiple meanings, not just for the fact that it can be used as a noun or a verb, but something that I can also identify from the word scratch itself is simply this. It is a term that is used to describe a certain move that players of pool games can perform. If they knock the plain white ball into the hole with the 8-ball in, then supposedly it's considered a scratch. Now personally, I have a question about this, because the process of knocking the white ball into the hole in a game of pool, why does that have to be called a scratch? That doesn't even make any sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. That's just like if you took a term from basketball like swoosh, which is simply put a shot that someone could take from a distance into the hoop, which guarantees a bonus point just for, well, long distance related shots and all that, which is pretty darn impressive, I might as well just point out. It's like taking the term swoosh from basketball and calling it something different, like stab. I mean, why not just call it stab for the rest of time itself? Call a long distance shot of a basketball into the hoop a stab from now on, instead of swoosh like it's generally known as. I mean, whatever is happening with the American language itself, it's out of control. There's tons of words out there that have at least 2 different meanings or even more, and I don't really blame it. I mean, every word has its usage as a noun or a verb, but what I'd say personally that every word should have only one meaning addressed to it. Boil shouldn't have 2 meanings. It should only have one. Neither should hundreds of other words, and I have talked about several of them so far here on HGN, but it seems like they just don't stop coming. Yet again. But no. There's definitely a lot of problems here with the American language itself, and this has been 385 plus episodes that I got here on HGN, but still, I'm consistently referring back to phonics when I first talked about that months ago. I mean, it's been a while since then, but I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, our language is just shooting through the roof, and we can't even do anything to stop it. I mean, somebody's got to figure all this stuff out. Someone has got to start rebranding the language itself and how we speak. Someone's got to work on all that, actually. If it's got to be me, then I'd really love it. Oh my gosh. But I might as well just leave all that stuff out of it, because after all, scratch should only refer to flesh wounds, not pool games. Just flesh wounds. That's where scratch belongs. Nowhere else. Just like vegetables refer to food that we eat. not mindless slaves. Linguistics is really messed up. But if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.